Oh, I'm looking terrible. Just going to get started. A bit lower, because I'm not that tall. Okay. Hi guys, so this week on Beauty Cult, it's tag week and I decided to do the beauty scenario tag. I found it on YouTube. I got the questions on my phone, so that's where I'm going to be looking down sometimes. So the first question is, you have to get rid of all your foundations and you can only keep one high-end and one drugstore. Which do you keep? Basically the MAC foundation is the only high-end foundation that I have, so I don't have a lot of choice right there. And I would keep the Fit Me foundation stick just because it's really easy as the drugstore foundation. Just moving on. The second question is, you go to an interview and the lady interviewing you has lipstick on her teeth. Do you approach the subject or ignore it completely? I would tell her if it's really obvious, but if it's not really obvious, I wouldn't tell her. And if I would tell her, I would say it really nice, so I wouldn't let her feel awkward or whatever she's feeling. Third question, you're not feeling yourself and need a pick-me-up. Which lipstick do you put on to make yourself feel beautiful? I would put on the Rebel by MAC, the lipstick, which I think is like one of the prettiest colors that there is. You go back in time for a date to your teenage years. How would you do your hair and makeup differently? Well, since I'm still a teenager, I would go to when I started makeup. I wouldn't change anything because I was just trying makeup. I was just started doing makeup, but if I would have given some tips, I would never start to look them up on YouTube. Because why start making YouTube videos? Because I thought it was fun to look at, and I would probably never look them up if I got tips. Because my sister was terrible at makeup. No. I'm sorry if you see it. I love you. Fifth question. You ask your hairdresser for a shoulder length pixie lot haircut, but they hear wrong and give you a pixie cut. Do you A. smile, say thank you, leave, and call your mom hysterical? B. cry in the chair and things getting awkward? Or C. complain to the manager and demand a refund? Just because my hairdresser is just about an aunt for me, I wouldn't demand my money back, but I wouldn't cry either because that would still be awkward, really awkward. I would just say thank you. I wouldn't really smile, but I would call my mom or I will get extensions. I don't know. It's probably A that I would do. I wouldn't really say do B or C just because it would get really awkward, any of those. 6. Your friend surprises you with a 4-day city break and you have 1 hour to pack. Which do it all palette do you pack in your makeup bag? Well, I will pack my Benefit Do the Bright Thing makeup kit because it has probably everything in it except for a bronzer, lipstick, concealer and eyebrow powder, and for the rest it's all in there. That's my do the all makeup kit palette thing. You get it. So 7. Your house has been robbed. Don't worry, everyone is safe, but your beauty stash has been raided. What's the product you really hope is safe? My eyebrow powder by Anastasia, because like I've already told in my beauty must-haves, my brows always need to be on point and I cannot live without my brow powder. My Anastasia brow powder gives me life. That's it. That's why I can live without. I can live without anything, not that. Nope. Brow powder. That's what I would choose. The last but not least, the 8th question. Your friend borrows your makeup and returns it in awful condition. Do you A. just pretend you haven't noticed, B. ask them to repurchase it, or C. secretly do the same to something of theirs? I would choose B just because I'm not a snitch and I'm not that nice. I'm just in between. So I would ask them to repurchase it for me. And my dog is barking. I'm done. So those are all of the questions. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the Beauty Cult, check out my main channel, follow everybody on Twitter. So I hope to see you next week. Sun's going down.